Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Flex Design. Today we're going to be talking about monolithic and microservice based architecture for what's the name for applications. So what is a monolithic architecture structure? So a monolithic architecture structure consists of just one system. The entire system function is based on one single application. So think of like a system that has all its features, everything that is based into one group that functions together as one component. The opposite of that is also a microservice-based architecture, which is whereby like each feature is its own application. So it uses API to communicate through these features. So let's say we have a different feature for let's say Face ID, or you have a different feature for uh, how would you call it, like how to fingerprint ID. They're both on different servers. So this picture here depicts the difference between a monolith and a microservice-based architecture. They both have their benefits and their drawbacks. A monolithic uh, con aus con and pros is that for a pro, it's faster to create an application because everything is consistent in like one system. While a con for a monolithic structure is that you get once you get an error, the entire system crashes, and it's even more difficult to find the error because it's a one system and you have to comb through the entire platform just to find where it's coming from. While as a microservice based, the pros is that might is not as fast. The con is not as fast as a micro monolithic architecture, and the pro is that once a certain component fails, the system can still keep running without that certain component, so the entire thing doesn't crash. So today we're going to be using Docker to create an API instance. Uh, so already I have a GitHub uh, link. So we're going to create a GitHub repository with Docker. So after you put in your API address, clone it, and afterwards we try to configure this link. So what we want to do is cp, let's name it Docker at env. So Docker at env. So once this creates, what you want to do is open your editor. Just you also want to set a port. So let's set the port to 3000, even though it's a mostly used port. So okay, this opens another page. So what you want to do is open editor, come here to use API, so you can see that it's created over here. So this is actually you need to come here, which is .env. So this is the example that we're going to follow. So what you need to do is get your API key, which you do that by going to News API. So you create your account, then it pops out an API for a news feed to get the latest news. So you copy that, come to your editor, paste that in here. You also do the same thing for the blank page that you got, take the address and replace it at this news endpoint. So once you click on open port, it goes to that. And you always want to remember to save. All right, once the file is saved, when you exit out, then now we want to create a page. So what we want to do is docker compose up. So this couldn't create the API let's see what the problem is. So maybe we configure it to the wrong file. So let's try changing it to that. Sorry for the background noise. Something is going on. Sample. All right, let's check on the other again. See what's going on there. There we go. So it does have our API key now, and it does have the address for it. Let's see if we copy the entire address. Yes, I don't see the .com. Okay, perfect. Let's save this. So let's compose this again. Okay, there we go. So it's gonna create our page for us. This is probably gonna take more than a minute. No, close to a minute. So once you get to a part like this, it's not done running yet, so you still have to keep waiting until it fully finishes and you see the port number appear at the top of the page. So it takes a while, even though it says done in 23 seconds, it's not done yet. It's still configuring, still building the page. All right, it's almost there. There you go. So it's done now. So what these two numbers represent, so 400 represent the back end of it, and 800 represents the front end of it. So let's open the front end and see if our page loads up. Wait a minute. That's strange. Let me see. 3,000. Try 3,000. Try for 4,000. Let's see. Let's change editor. Okay. So, let's see. Let's start the server. Let's do this again. CP is already created, so let's try to compose this into text file. Okay, let's do. Let's compose it. Let's see if it'll show up again. Yeah, I'm so sorry for the wait. Probably got this video is probably gonna be 10 minutes long. Let's reload the page and let's see. Strange. It's not showing up. So I really don't know why it's not showing up, but I did a recent. I don't know if it's because it's on the same instance, and I did a recent submit into it over here. So this is supposed to be what we're expecting. I believe I was supposed to delete one of the ports. It was even the same port apparently. So it provides you with the link to use website. So this was supposed to be the one you're expecting. All right. Thank you very much for joining Flex Design. Appreciate it. Have a good week.